The rifle you see in front of you would be the standard infantry rifle for all American forces during World War II, the M1 Garand. It fired an 8-round magazine, loaded from the top. It's a semi-automatic weapon. You can fire 8 shots without reloading. And on the 8th shot, this metal clip would ping out the top, and that would indicate that you'd run out of ammunition and would need to reload.
These are older than you think. The modern army has these, and everyone knows them as grenade launchers. No one thinks that in the 1730s they also had grenade launchers made of flintlock. And it's the same thing, you put a grenade down the barrel and fire it out, in the same way as the modern army does now.
This is the English bill. In my opinion, it's one of the most formidable weapons. It is the medieval English Swiss Army knife. Straight in the groin. You do not want to get at the end of one of these. Come smashing down here, literally splitting open the clavicle, coming across, straight in and dispatching him that way, okay? If that doesn't work, I'm going to puncture the helmet and straight across here. I can hook. I can sever the arteries of the tendons of the back. If he's on horseback, I could take him off his horse and then dispatch him. Straight in, it's finished. It's a nasty bit of a kit at the end of the day.
What equipment did British soldiers have in WW1?
Bayonet. When we get too close, we're sticking with that. Issue, 100 rounds on the man at all times. Your small box respirator. This is your gas protection. The ammunition boots. Your standard issue, you get 2 pairs, a brown and a black. Then you've got your puttees. They support your ankle, your calf when you're marching. They stop sticks and stones, clip the corders, getting into your boot. And it should protect your feet from getting wet. On the right of the man, you've got your water bottle. You can be the best soldier, but if you don't drink your water, you ain't going to survive for very long. On the back, you have your small pack. In there, you've got your intricacies. So you've got your spare rations. You might have a spare pair of socks. You might have your long johns in there. If you're lucky, you might even have a tot of rum.
In my hand here, I have the famous Patton 1800 infantry rifle. Right, what we have here is called a flintlock. And under there, because there's a bit of flint there, we pull that back there, and into the frizzen there, we put some black powder. And I prime it with that. And I close that, I reverse it, and the rest of it goes down into my tube here. All I do then is ram.
What equipment did Soviet soldiers have during World War II?
This pouch holds the grenades, which are 2 F1 grenades. And then next to this pouch you have the gas mask bag, which holds the gas mask. Then you have the canteen, which you can refill whenever it's empty. You've got the entrenching tool, which you use to dig your trenches and foxholes. You've got a 3 magazine ammo pouch here, which is for this submachine gun, the PPS-43, which is mainly used by tankers and tank riders. Then you've got the standard issue Soviet helmet, the SSH-40, which came into production in 1940 onwards.
This is a flintlock dating from 1704 to 1714, pre-Brown Bess, but it's the British Army's equivalent after the matchlock, was a very primitive type of firearm. This is more simple. You have what they call a frizzen there and a hammer there. You put the charging powder into the pan, and the main charge comes down from the other end of the barrel. You close that protects it from the weather, and then you have what is called, this is half cock. Pull it back a second cock. Shower of sparks from that goes down into the pan, through a touch hole, hits the main charge of gunpowder, boom.
A little toy, it's a American 50 caliber Browning, the air-cooled version. Some people know as the M3. These rounds here, it's feeding to top feed chute. When the bolt's pulled back, it withdraws around, drops it down, feeds it into the chamber via the barrel, goes bang, bullet shoots out the end, recycles, spent case out the bottom, carries on reloading, carries on firing. It's about 700-800 rounds a minute, 5 cents a round, cheaper than a bottle of Coke.
This would be the first example of a bayonet. They had to give something to the instrument to protect him from cavalry. And they came up with what they call a plugged bayonet. You plug, because that's what you do. You plug it into the barrel. Now this is one big disadvantage, is you can't then fire the musket. Because if you do, there's going to be a big bang and your barrel will explode.